as they interplay here. It's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And the scout folks believe that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins. They were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Caught, Eifert over the middle.
Carr's pass.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. From the gun, it's Carr. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Panthers 19-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Will Dissly, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down. It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Throw left side complete. It's Townsend. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Newton. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise. That guy was covered, so that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on 4th down, on comes the Carolina kicker, Harrison Butker. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They'll run with Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Carr completes it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
A first down carry by Elliott.
The handoff.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Henderson. And he's got some space here. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
Shotgun now for Carr. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
38-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
The score, Dolphins 10, Panthers nothing.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? The running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
From the 44, Newton buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Here's Newton. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. David Irving breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Brings up third down.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The kick is no good.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They start on the ground with Elliott.
Number 21.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Jadeveon Clowney brought it.
So we reach halftime here in a tip. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Panthers nothing.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Second half begins with a run by Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, it's Henry. And some room to work. takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big run that time by Henry. 65 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Miami.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
Elliott. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing on first down is Carr. It's caught by Mike Evans. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Carr. A slant to Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Complete to Will
When
Disley.
an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now, Carr again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. A Again, it's Carr. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
Elliott on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
10 at the 43-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play? Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Panthers, they're just an extra point away now from taking the lead. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Miami set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown. Their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Carr now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for two. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a two-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr now on first down. The left side completion to Jones. That catch good for only a couple.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're scaring at a fourth down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Carr to throw for it on fourth down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr to throw again. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Carr. Pass incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And 2 yards to go.
Carr to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll move him back within 6 now.
Panthers 22, Dolphins 16.
So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though. A few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for the Panthers, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.